Because I'm a fan of learning and I know how hard it is to read so many books that you love and you don't have much time. Therefore, I decided to record some of my best readings for you to listen as you go on about your day. Today's topic is by John Gottman, How to Listen Without Getting Defensive. From the Gottman Institute. If you're not a fan, you will be one shortly. Conflict is not only a catalyst for understanding, it is also a vehicle for personal growth. By Kylie Benson. Understanding your partner requires knowing how to listen, really listen. Couples are advised to hear each other's complaints without feeling attacked. And as great as this sounds, it's often unrealistic. When something you said or didn't say hurts your partner's feelings, there is a strong impulse to interpret with, "That wasn't my intention. You're misunderstanding me," or even before your partner is done talking. Unfortunately, when the listener reacts to what the speaker is saying before the speaker gets the chance to fully explain themselves, both partners are feeling misunderstood. This is the N in Dr. Gottman's attitude model, stands for non-defensive listening. For most of us, listening without getting defensive is a hard skill to master. This is especially true when our partner is talking about a trigger of ours. A trigger is an issue that is sensitive to our heart, typically something from our childhood or a previous relationship. While the phrase, "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger," may have some truth, it doesn't acknowledge the fact that trauma and regrettable incidents can leave us with scars. This could be as a result of a number of things. Maybe you've been repeatedly hurt or you experience injustice in your relationships. These moments from the past can escalate interactions in the present. So these moments from the past can escalate interactions in the present. Maybe you feel controlled like Braden does. So when his wife Suzanne tells him, "You have to make sure the kids have dinner cooked before you go to the gym," he responded with, "Stop acting like my mother." After a few more defensive statements, Braden shuts down. Braden's heart races at the thought of Susan bringing up a complaint during their State of the Union meeting. Any complaints she expresses that include a wish for him to change some part of his schedule around, he feels controlled. While it is important for the speaker to complain without blame and state a positive need to prevent the listener from flooding or responding defensively, it's also vital for the listener to learn to self-soothe. If you're unable to self-soothe, your emotional brain will overpower your rational brain, the part that is designated to self-regulate and communicate. And you will flip a lid and say or do things that you don't mean. As Dr. David Snarch puts it, emotionally committed relationships respond better when each partner controls, confronts, soothes, and mobilizes himself or herself. This is because the more partners can regulate their own emotions, the more stable the relationship becomes. Self-soothing improves the stability of your relationship by allowing you to maintain yourself and your connection with your partner during a tough conversation. Again, Self-soothing improves the stability of your relationship by allowing you to maintain yourself and your connection with your partner during a tough conversation. Here's how Braden did it. During the State of the Union meeting, Suzanne started off as the speaker, protecting his triggers by stating her complaints without trying to control him. When I asked about making sure the kids were taken care of, and you responded by telling me I was acting like your mother, I felt hurt because it felt like our kids are not a priority for you. I wanted to make sure our kids are loved and needed I needed some help. While Suzanne is expressing her experience using I statements, Braden is having a hard time hearing her. He wants to defend himself and tell her how she is so bossy and demanding. But he understands that he isn't supposed to mention any of these feelings until it's his turn to be the speaker. And when that happens, he has to be sensitive to her triggers. Below are some of the tools that help Braden self-soothe during the State of the Union meeting and learn how to listen to his wife. Write down what your partner is saying and any defensiveness you're feeling. I'm going to pause and finish this in a second video.